Hey guys, what's with all the white clothes?
Didn't you hear? Night shift is being called in to finish up this reactor test.
Night shift? Reactor test?
Come on now, we don't have all night. Your stuff's over there.
Oh, right. I'm not sure I'm supposed to.
Hurry it up, comrades. We've got places to be. You there.
Yeah, you. Bug Eyes. Get your uniform on. We've got to get going.
Right.
Just get ready and meet us there, alright?
This wouldn't happen to be the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, would it?
Is that a joke? Oh, for my sake, I really hope that's a joke, comrade. Well, where else would we be? Lord have mercy.
Do you have the dates by any chance?
It's April 26th, comrade. Focus on the test.
Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful.
Sir, you need to come take a look at this.
Remove control rods. Get the power back up. You know what to do.
Actually, I don't quite know what to do. We were never trained for this.
You know how to operate a nuclear power plant, yes?
Yes?
Then you know how to do this. Remove a few control rods so the power increases. I can't believe I have to hold your hand through this. You know what you're doing.
So, none of you were trained for this?
You ask a lot of questions, comrade.
I like a lot of answers.
That's not exactly a safe thing to do in a place like this. That's not exactly safe either.
I'm aware. You, comrade, press AC5.
I get very well trained, but how do you not know what AZ5 is?
I don't know, I just got here.
That's right. I saved the day.
We're gonna die! We're going to die!
What's going on? Why am I dressed like this?
Okay, let's get this meeting officially started.
Okay, first matter of business. What are we going to do with Pripyat? And what are we going to tell them?
We tell them nothing. Nothing happened. It was just a fire.
But we already have cards blocked off for coming in and out. That's not going to work.
You, comrade, what do you think? All you've done is sit here and be quiet.
Yeah, you haven't given much input.
I think it would be good to tell them what's going on. Just tell them something like it was a fire?
But this was just a fire, da?
Da,
Da, da, da, da, da, da, da,
da.
But it wasn't just a fire. It's an explosion. The whole building is blown up, and the reactor is gone, and there's so much radiation, and people are in danger.
Why are you trying to scare the public? Concern them with things that aren't their problem. I was there. I know what happened, and it wasn't a big deal.
I was there too. I pressed the button after the energy spiked.
And please, comrade, would you like to remind me what the name of that button was? See? They don't even know the name of the emergency shutdown button. How can you trust their opinion on the...
AZ5. The button was AZ5.
Took you long enough.
And can you explain what it is AZ5 does, comrade?
It stops the reactor. It shuts down during an emergency shutdown button?
Enough! I don't want to hear you anymore.
You are not to be trusted. You have no idea how the reactors work. You're dismissed.
We're shutting down the reactors.
Hi, welcome to the montage portion. Okay, so they did shut down reactors 3, 2, and 1, and also 4, but there wasn't really a 4th reactor because it all blew up. Also, not a single firefighter was wearing protective clothing, and people were being rushed to the ER, but nobody really knew what was going on, so yeah, the government wouldn't tell anybody anything. So the fire in the core burned for days, and they dumped sand, clay, boron, lead, and dolomite on top of it to try and stop the burning because the water didn't work. Also, nobody in the world knew what was happening. Ukraine hadn't told a single soul what was going on because they were embarrassed. The next day, the people of Pripyat are evacuated from their city, saying that it's temporary, but it was not temporary because they put in an exclusion zone and nobody was really permitted to enter. So the next day, the Swedes are like, bruh, you got a bunch of radiation, and the Ukrainians are like, everything's fine, we have it under control, it's all good. And then the US starts spying, and they're like, yeah, no, you haven't told anybody about this, but there's a bunch of radiation, and they're just like, everything is not chill. Please ignore the fact that I wrote the wrong date, but Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, they did not cancel May Day. Just for reference, the city is like 100 kilometers down the river from Chernobyl, so all of the radiation was going down the river and in the wind, and yeah, they didn't cancel anything. They just let them buck and do their little pole dance. So under the 4th reactor, liquid nitrogen is dumped to try and cool whatever is going on, the giant explosion that happened. Cities and villages nearby are being bulldozed and excavated and covered in rubble, and all the animals were killed because they were, infected with the radiation. Also, that's a giraffe. They have giraffes in Ukraine. I said so. So the fire's burned out in the core, but radiation is seeping through the bottom of the reactor. Yay! So finally, the Ukrainian government addresses the public, and they're like, hey, so we're gonna close the schools. They closed the schools, and they told everybody to not eat leafy greens. So this is the first time that they admit, something's wrong. Do you guys remember all those firefighters that were dumping water in the reactor? Yeah, now all that water's drained into the basement, and the radiation, when it meets the water, it's going to cause a huge steam explosion that is going to leave Europe inhabitable, so the Ukrainians have to do something about that. So a couple engineers and a shift supervisor all go down into the basement to drain the 20,000 tons of water that is going to doom Europe.
Goodbye! Have fun in the basement under the exploded nuclear reactor that's melting above your heads. Don't drown! Think of your country! You got this! Chop chop, comrades. We need to get going and get this water drained.
This will be easy. Just lead the way and find the right valves, Boris.
Wait, why do I have to do it? Why can't Valeri do it?
Hey! You're the shift leader. Stop shrugging off your responsibilities.
Ugh, fine. What even do you want me to do with this?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
What the? Boris, stop fooling around. Get over here. And you, quit fiddling around with things.
Well, they said this was time sensitive. Remember the molten nuclear lava disintegrating the concrete above our heads right now?
Where am I? Why, I'm in a bunker. Who are you two?
This isn't a bunker. It's a basement. See, you gave him amnesia.
I didn't mean to, I was trying to help. Okay, Boris, you're a shift supervisor for the 4th reactor of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. You have great hair and hate capitalism. Now get off your rocker and get to draining this radioactive juice.
Amnesia? I don't have that one. One moment, I was in a meeting talking about important stuff, and the next second, I'm in here. A nuclear power plant. Nah, I can't do this.
Yep, and now he has no clue what's going on. Come on, comrade, it's easy. We find the valves to the reactor cooling tanks and empty them. Now hurry up, you two, we're running out of time.
We'll be dead by the next time we see those stairs.
No, we'll be just fine. Just do what I tell you. I don't want to have to say it again.
I don't think you know what we are talking about. Look where we are and what do you want me to do? This is so...
Hello? Can you not? You're telling me that you want to swim in all this empty water, but it's radioactive? What are you thinking? Do you know what you're talking about?
I won't say it again. Do it now or else.
It's not worth it. Just help out here. I am done with this anyways.
Why does this always happen to me?
Good afternoon, world citizens. I am the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, and I know world opinion of the Union has shifted with the death of 9 and 300 injured. But I assure you that we control the issue to the best of our ability. Yes, we did take a while to become public with our citizens about the radiation, and yes, we did have no protective clothing for our first responders, but we did not fearmonger. We did not disturb the public. And yes, we did have untrained workers running tests and were responding to crises, and yes, our facility was not well prepared for crises of this caliber. And yes, we did use cheaper materials to build the emergency shutdown mechanism, and it turned out to be the direct cause of the explosion, but the worst is behind us.